people because we waste it in so many other ways.
Okay, good point. So the issue here is, why is the wealthiest nation on earth, the United States of America, the only major country not to guarantee health care to all people? Okay? That to me is a fundamental issue. So today, despite spending so much money, 85 million Americans are uninsured or underinsured. And if Trump gets his way and throws another 15 million people off of Medicaid, raise that number to roughly 100 million, okay? There are estimates out there that when you have that many people uninsured, no insurance, and underinsured means high deductibles, right? Mm-hmm. So if you got a high deductible, you may be insured. I've talked to people, I suspect you have, they had deductibles $10,000, $15,000 a year, right? Mm-hmm. So if you don't have any money, what the hell, how do you go to the doctor?
Yeah.
You can't. So you add all that together, people get sick, they can't go to the doctor. Some 50, 60,000 people die a year in America unnecessarily because they don't get to a doctor on time. That is pretty insane. So in my view, I push very hard to introduce the legislation of what we call Medicare for all, expanding Medicare to cover every man, woman, and child without out-of-pocket expenses. We could do that without spending, to your point, not a nickel more than we're currently spending.
Yeah. How can we get that move forward, though? Why does this just continue to be this thing, you know? Why does it continue to feel like nobody really wants to take care of us, you know?
Now you're getting into another issue.
Yeah.
All right, you want to go there?
I mean, yeah, I think we can go to a couple of these places.
All right, let's do it. All right, look, in one respect, the healthcare system is working extremely well. Not for ordinary people, not for you, not for me. It is working very well for the insurance companies who make zillions of dollars in profit, the drug companies who charge us the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs. And that's the function of the current healthcare system.
Right.
Okay. So again, running a healthcare system, whether it's in Canada, Europe, wherever it is, it ain't easy. And they all make mistakes. They all have problems. But if your goal is, if you and I sit down and say, okay, how do we provide a healthcare to all people? And how do we do it in a cost-effective way? All right? Will we come up with a perfect system? No. But that's our goal.
Right.
But if we sit here and say, okay, how can we charge the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs and make $38 billion next year?
Yeah.
How can we deny people the insurance that they paid for, right? Mm-hmm. The benefits that they paid for? That's a whole other scam. And that's the scam we're working on.
Yeah.
It is an effort to make huge profits for the drug companies and the insurance companies. And that's why we've got to end this broken system. And again, I will tell you, I've been all over this country. Nobody, or very few people, think this healthcare system is working. We got to expand Medicare over a 4-year period to cover every man, woman, and child.
But is there a real way to get there?
Yeah,
do you
there
think?
is. Look, the goal is, and then that takes us to another area. You ask the question, why? Why are we, perhaps the only country on earth not to guarantee health care to all people? Why have the Canadian, you're in Canada right now, I live 50 miles away from the border there. You get seriously ill, you're in the hospital for a month. You know what the bill is when you come out? $0.
Yeah.
Okay. And they spend half as much per person on health care.
And they have good posture, too. You been over there?
Yeah. Oh. Sure, of course I've been. So the answer has a lot to do with who controls the United States and a corrupt campaign finance system, all right? So if I'm the insurance companies and if I'm the drug companies and you're running around and you're campaigning and say, I'm going to cut, as I do, we're going to cut prescription drug costs in half. We're going to guarantee health care to all people. What are you going to do? You're going to spend a whole lot of money on candidates to defeat me, right? Mm-hmm. So you got a corrupt campaign finance system in which billionaires, in both political parties, by the way, I think Republicans now more than Democrats, but both parties, spend huge amounts of money. Elon Musk, the richest guy on earth, spent some $270 million to elect Donald Trump president. So, Musk has his own agenda. He wants Trump president. Others, billionaires, have their agenda. That's called a corrupt system, all right? What democracy, in my view, and you can argue with me if you want, is you and I, you're running for office, you want to run against me? Good. What are your ideas? Take them to the people. People like your ideas better than me, you're going to win, all right? It's not me going out raising money, billions or millions of dollars to defeat you, to lie about you, to put ugly 30-second ads on the air, right?
Right.
Okay. That's what democracy is, a real debate on the issues.
Yeah.
All right, disagree with me. So what? It's called democracy, right? Yeah. Okay. But increasingly, what politics in America is about super PACs, where if you're a billionaire, you can put, that's what Musk does, hundreds of millions of dollars. And again, it's not just Musk. Democratic billionaires do the same.
Oh yeah, there's the Koch brothers over the years. There's the Adelsons. There's all these different huge, just big pockets that are influencing things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A multi-billion. So when these guys control the political process, you're not going to have a government that works for ordinary people. And it's not just healthcare. It's many, many other issues. So to my mind, by the way, when we talk about bringing about the necessary changes this country needs, a campaign finance reform and doing away with Citizens United, that terrible Supreme Court decision, top of the list.
Citizens United, bring that decision up.
Citizens United was the Supreme Court decision that said, you're a billionaire, okay, you got it?
Mm-hmm.
You have the freedom of speech, First Amendment, to say anything you want about Bernie Sanders. You want to put ads on the air, you can spend zillions of dollars,